Social good in ORU. What we want is to, gather a community of people, sharing quality content, positivity, meaningful interactions. And one of the greatest, ideas we have had in terms of gathering is great space and supporting arts, diversity, and culture. It's to bring the best out of the cinema world, but also the creativity world. So when Bruno and then Laurie came and they're like, oh, we're doing this animation from all over the world, we said, of course. I mean, this is exactly what we're supporting. So we're more than happy to have this wonderful project with us, hosting this world of creativity and beauty with images and animation. And I hope that you guys have a lot of fun and get a lot of knowledge from what they have to share with everybody today. Thank you very much and enjoy the panel today.
Thank you so much.
ORU.com.
Now let me introduce the speakers of the panel of this first celebration of Animation Day in Cannes, which Laurie and I came up with this idea. So to my right is Laurie Gordon. She has many hats which she will develop in a bit, which is one a singer with a group called Chihuahua. She's also a filmmaker, a producer, and became an animator by chance of life, and she will tell her a fantastic story. And she's also the co-founder of the festival in Montreal dedicated to animation called Animes, le MIAF, Montreal International Animation Film Festival. To my left is Octavio Nadal. He's not a tennis player, he's not that one, but he's related. And he's a distributor and a producer from Argentina. The reason you're here is because we realized that Cannes isn't good at helping, in my view, causes. I've been doing this for maybe 20, 30 years, running Fox and Sony, and here is self-promotion. I come with a film, promote my film. The causes, the things with a more general agenda are usually not helped by the festival organization, and that's not their goal. Companies like these have to force their way into the panorama. But Cannes being the most powerful event in the world with 5,000 media, that's almost as many as the Olympics or Soccer Cup. If you build it, they will come. In other words, if you have an idea and if you do it right with work and unfortunately with some cash, money, sponsors, partners, good sponsors like this one, like how are you? Then you can achieve. But the Cannes is so busy with thousands of events every day, thousands of films to sell, maybe literally 1,000 films showing in the market. And if you have one, well, you have to invest a little bit. So this being said, Laurie is a fan of animation. It changed her life, she says. We too, and we wanted to give animation a chance, and at least to begin this year humble way, and come back next year here in Cannes with a larger plan, and other ideas will develop later on about this celebration. The program you see and you've been reading behind my back is modest. We'll have another event later on I think in the villa, but I'm not 100% sure. So we've built this event literally here in Cannes in the last 4 days. Many things that will be said here and that will not be said are already on filmfestivals.com website. In the Animation Day in Cannes, you'll find contacts, you'll find links, and you'll find information, including a few good books and researchers about animation trends. So you'll find it easily on the website. So the second reason is, I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a monologue, but I'll hand the floor very soon. The second reason we choose this panel, if you look at this fantastic cash line, how are you? Connect for good. And actually, the person who came up with this idea is modest here. Is sitting on the first row is Eli Ayub. And I think it's a fantastic cash line. Connect for good and for good people. That's what the platform has. And I'm a believer of that. And I had my first experience of that kind of thinking, positive thinking, when I worked for Sony. My boss, David Putnam, he says he's sorry he couldn't come, he's already gone, came up with a fantastic catchline, movies that matter. And when I said why, I mean, to explain, it's a great idea. Why? He said, we in LA have a big responsibility selling these movies that are seen by millions and millions and millions around the world, by kids. And these images, some images can hurt, can damage, can transform their life, etc. We have a responsibility. We should be making films that matter. As you can imagine, he couldn't stay long in Hollywood because that's not really the line of thinking. What I'm extraordinary, and really when I say this, my hair raising, extraordinarily amazed is that he managed to keep this faith for years. So if you build it, they will come. He spent his whole life doing things that matter for young people. The other, because this is not an expert panel, I would say it's about sharing hopes. The other idea that another great person I met, his name was Peter Guber. He was a real machine gun. He was the guy who produced, he started producing his film Midnight Express once, and then he ran Warner Studios. He was bought by Sony to run the studio. He says well, he suggested a best idea contest around all the employees of the company worldwide, and that was perhaps 70,000 people or so, asking for give us an idea that you experimented that can help Sony make better business and achievement in life. I actually confess that the winning ideas, and I'm responsible of one, were mostly ideas of how to make a better business, I mean, how to make more bucks. And nothing really came out of how to make a better life on Earth, right? So now I'd like to hand the floor to Laurie
for the mic. Hi everyone, thanks for coming this morning. I really appreciate it. I know some of you haven't had coffee yet, and I empathize. So I have an interesting trajectory. It's been completely unpredictable, and to be honest, 5 days ago I had no idea I'd be sitting here in probably the best spot on the Croisette. So I'm extremely, extremely grateful to the alignment of the stars and the new 13th zodiac. So that's very, very cool. I'm the director of the Montreal International Animation Film Festival. And again, as part of my life, this was kind of happened accidentally. But I think the timing, if I had tried to plan it, could never, ever have been so